mass customization is about cost-efficient production of unique products by mixing and matching modules that make up the product. And through the mixing and matching, you essentially give the consumer a product and an experience exactly the way they wanted it. Now we're at an age where the consumer is telling us what they want. They also want to not just buy the product, but also enjoy the process of buying.
Welcome to Original Spin.
You have two options, whether it be hand measure or body scan.
Okay, so we're body scan.
Body scan?
Okay, so what do I do?
It's still going through it. It'll ask your options.
I see. It's entertaining me.
Exactly.
Right. Okay, so now it wants all this information about me.
Right.
Like, what is my name?
If the consumer has fun buying it and is involved in the process, and really the most memorable part of buying that jean was the experience they went through in the store, does that give them a higher level of satisfaction? Enough that they will then start focusing less on price.
Ooh, I can see out.
And that's, I think we're finding that to be true. In the mass production system, or the bundle system that we follow for our mass-produced jeans, each operator is responsible for one operation only. And it's an assembly line of a series of operations that ultimately end up with producing bundles of jeans. Versus the work cell type approach that we use within our Original Spin program, and it actually uses what's known as the Toyota sewing system, where there are work cells of 8 operators who are trained to do multiple operations. And so they're multi-skilled operators who get the raw fabric in a cut form, and then at the end of the operation, which is done jointly by all of these 8 people, you get a pair of jeans, and only one pair of jeans at the end of that cycle. We had to decide, how do we, in a larger facility that actually is still involved with mass production, how do we produce one jean at a time? Mass customization goes against the grain of everything we do in mass production. We have learned how to track inventories. All of our production efficiency targets are based on how low can we keep our inventories and our inventory turns, while in mass customization we don't even carry inventory. In the manufacturing of Original Spin and mass customization, the real economies come from economies of process. We could be producing 5 different jeans, but so long as the modules that go into the jeans have a similar way of being produced, we can then use the same set of processes to produce jeans that look somewhat different. We are now learning to expand this concept of economies of process beyond just basic jeans.
So what companies have to do is to make it both fun, and at the same time they will be able to capture exactly what is needed. That experience provides multiple benefits. One is the consumer now recognize that the manufacturer is really building something that is tailor-cut to my needs. So the experience of going through that process enhances my confidence. They would be building it specifically for me.
And one of the key things about our program at our factory is that it's based on information that the consumers provided us. It's web-based. It makes it totally scalable. It makes it real-time. When a consumer places an order in the store, it can immediately be sent to the factory. From the very time we cut the fabric, we know who the consumer is that we're producing for, and we try and make sure that the operators also know who it is that they're producing for. The information that we collect about each consumer gets translated into an individual pattern that's tied to each customer. Each of these unique patterns is really a virtual pattern.